Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Hibiscus or MN Hibiscus or Yumesuke Hibiscus or whatever you want to call me with. You are currently listening to my podcast, which is Hibiscus Cafe Break. This podcast will feature international fans and I will be letting them plug in their favorite show. Except for the last episode, I have mentioned about my first Kangeki experience, and this time in the second part, I will talk about my Yumesuke and also Sensational review. And so therefore, if you want to continue listening to this episode, please note that there are spoilers for Yumesuke and Sensational. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. If you haven't followed, I suggest that you do. If you want to have more Yusuke content, which my handle is YUZUKAHIBISCUS. Also, subscribe to my channel and like my video if you like this episode. Please note that the name Hibiscus Cafe Break is with due respect to the original show Takurezuka Cafe Break, and this is a fan-made podcast with no intention of receiving commercial revenue, rather to promote Takurezuka review in a casual and informal manner. I do not own any of the resources that may be featured, and any mentions of the shows or seto are subject to copyright from Hankyu Railway, Takurezuka Review, and Takurezuka Creative Arts Publications. Without further ado, let the podcast begin. Hello 大家好，歡迎翻到嚟我個頻道啦。咁我係木緊或者係木緊版主，或者係有香木緊，或者點叫我都得。咁你而家就聽緊我個電台就係 Hibiscus Cafe Break 啦。咁喺呢個電台入面，我係會邀請一啲海外嘅粉絲一齊同我去傾關於佢哋中意嘅劇或者秀嘅。咁我就會帶入喺上一集咧，我就係啱啱講完關於我嘅初觀劇體驗，而我喺今集咧就會繼續講關於我對雪組 Yumesuke 同埋 Sensational 公演嘅一啲感受。咁所以以下落嚟呢一集咧係會有呢一場公演嘅爆雷嘅。咁我係有 Instagram、Twitter 同 Tumblr 啦。如果你未跟蹤嘅話，我都希望你可以跟蹤翻，就係可以知道多啲關於 Yusuke 嘅一啲資訊。咁啱啱嗰個名都係啱啱講咗噶啦。咁亦都可以訂閱翻我個頻道，同埋如果你中意呢一集都可以讚好翻啦。咁請留意呢一個電台 Hibiscus Cafe Break 咧係去尊重翻本身個節目就係 Takurezuka Cafe Break 嘅，咁而呢一個係一個泛製嘅電台，係冇諗住去接收任何嘅商業嘅利益或者收入啦，咁但係反而咧係希望想去推廣翻補充，係用一個比較 casual 同埋一個非正式嘅形式去做嘅。咁我係唔會擁有任何以下落嚟會提及嘅資源啦，而以下提及落嚟嘅資源啊、節目啊，即係同埋秀咧或者劇咧或者生圖咧，都係去跟翻即係 Hankyu Railway 嘅版權啦、補充嗰邊同埋 TCA 嘅一啲嘅合成品嘅。咁如果冇任何問題嘅話咧，我哋就而家開始呢個電台啦。So let's talk about Yumesuke first. Yumesuke is literally Yumesuke being like a good man, one-man religion. I think it's super positive to see someone that is having no brain cells. I cannot comprehend why a person can be so nice and so kind in ways that you kind of feel angry in real life, because why would someone be super nice like that? It's you also even kind of get some kind of speculation, like, is that just a facade of theirs? Like why is Yumesuke so freaking nice? Like, it does not make any sense, and all he resolves it is with money. That is why it's Yumesuke Senryo, right? Senryo means like it's like the currency, and it's also the amount of currency that he has or he has had, okay? He literally resolves them all with money. And to be a person with money and just resolve all your problems and still put a smile on your face. I cannot understand how this would be a good show if it was just solely by that description, okay? If someone was just like a good old nothing good person just living his life in Japan, and like Edo and something like that, giving money, doing charity, spreading the goodwill of human and mankind and all that, I would not see any attraction to that. But then I remember that the previous Grand Theater show, if I have not mistaken, it's still like Ayakaze Sakina-san, or also Saki-san. So Saki-san, I think she also did like City Hunter, which is again almost the same personality as Yumesuke, but I would categorize that as himbo, which stands for people that are too kind and dumb. Like, I'm sorry, don't use the word dumb, but really, you would think like, why is someone so exposed to this? It doesn't make any sense, but that's basically Yumesuke, okay? So that's a very long thing. I would translate this in Chinese first. 我第一次睇 Yumesuke 啦，我個諗法係點解有人咁蠢啦，同埋咁友善咧？即係其實係咪假嘅咧？即係 其實係冇乜可能會有人係咁好啦，因為佢嘅解決問題嘅方法咧係俾錢人啊嘛。咁我心諗，其實如果做到一個日本人住喺江戶即係 Edo 啦，而係可以係咁狂派錢，咁係人都善良啦。咁但係我就唔係好明，真係有冇人係會咁善良，係冇乜可能咯。甚至去到一個位係咪偽善啊？即係佢係咪有一個黑暗啲一面啊？唔係咯，即係好似成出劇除咗蠢之外咧，係冇其他缺點。跟住我係覺得，如果寶塚做一出咁嘅劇，咁點解佢會有個吸引之處咧？我就真係唔好理解。即係點解有咩好睇咧？即係其實我唔知啦。咁但係呢個就係我其中一個感受啦，就係點解呢個都可以做到題材啦？但係跟住我又諗起佢Ayakaze Sakina-san啦，即係 Saki 啦。我記得佢11月咧就做咗 City Hunter， 佢同呢一度嘅角色設定一模一樣，就係傻傻地啦、蠢蠢地啦咁樣。但係佢又有善良嘅喺佢在於佢心喎。咁我又覺得即係我真係唔好明有咩題材之需啦。但係唔緊要啦，咁我就一味去咗睇先啦咁。And then obviously this is also about like the very traditional trope of someone being too good and therefore there is a love interest, and therefore here we go for Asa's Zikikiwasa. She was a pickpocket, but then after meeting Yumesuke, decided not to be a pickpocket, but to serve Yumesuke like as a faithful wife. Okay, that is the traditional love trope, which again, I think Sakikiwa is cute, which is why I find their chemistry really interesting to watch. And it's also again some kind of an originally strong-handed woman turned a little bit mild or gentle just because of a man. So for instance, even though she was a pickpocket, she decided to like not be a pickpocket anymore and just to be good, just to be beside him, just to show that, oh, I can change too, even as a pickpocket, right? That's the thing it is. 咁跟住之後，另外一樣嘢就係關於嗰種好傳統，就係即係好男人一定有人愛咁呢一個咁嘅故事情節。而呢個情況咧就Asazuki Kiwa-san就出現啦。咁 Kiwa 咧佢就係本身係一個即係嗰啲點講扒手啦。咁跟住之後，但係咧呢位扒手咧佢係又係見到 Yumesuke 之後咧，佢就即係叫做點講咧為善從良咗咁嘅感覺啦。咁跟住之後咧就從以後就話唔再偷竊啦咁樣。跟住之後，其實我又喺度諗咁嚇，我屋企都得嘅，但係即係 Saki Kiwa 又咁可愛，咁其實我都冇乜異議嘅。其實認真，咁我睇落去，咁佢哋亦都係同時間係一個點講咧，係即係因為一個男人佢可能本身佢自己嘅可愛笨拙嘅嗰個軟弱之處，會令到個女人可以為佢軟心咁樣，咁所以佢亦都會從而作出改變咁樣。咁呢個係我嘅其中一個諗法啦咁樣。And then I think as like a storyline base, now that I look at it in hindsight, not exactly A grade, but it's a cute nihon mono. That's what I would put it. It's also a nihon mono that won't have people dying, which is very rare, right? Like even Genroku Barukuroku has one person that's dead, right? But Yumesuke has none. From what I remember, I don't think there's anyone, which is, I think, also what most of the Twitter fans have been, like, chuckling about. Like, oh, finally, Snow Troupe is doing a show that no one dies, or not just Snow Troupe, a Nihon Mono that no one dies, finally. No sacrifices have been made. Wow. So, it's also pretty interesting to have that comment in mind before watching the show, and you realize, it's true, there has been no one dead. 跟住之後，另外一個我喺 Twitter 見到個評論就係呢個係一個點講咧？呢個評論就係講到關於即係第一次有和物冇人死咯。咁我就係咪真㗎？咁我睇完之後發現係真㗎喎。即係咧佢咧因為係一個好輕鬆嘅小品啦，咁所以變咗其實我話故事題材上就未必係 A 加嘅。咁但係咧即係其實佢簡單易明咧純粹啲，其實都冇乜所謂啦，係咪先？咁但係跟住之後係真係好少噶嘛，即係同埋通常咧雪組咧有啲時候都會有犧牲者嘅，但係今次係冇犧牲者嘅，跟住之後亦都冇人死啦喺和物，所以你有雪組冇人死同和物冇人死呢個 combo 變咗超級強大，亦都係成為一個幾喜劇之作啦，所以就超級犀利啦，就係咁樣。And then I would actually find a plot very easy to simplify, but yeah, it's basically like that. It's just like how Yumesuke just resolves the problems like everywhere and just like with money, but also having a very good line of respect between himself and also his communication with women. He is not the person that's like, well, not like Asami Jun-san, Asa. So Asa in the character is kind of like a, you can say like kind of a playboy and also kind of the person that would like go around like those, I don't know, go around with those geishas, be close with them, just want to like, you know, like talk it out and like, you know, get it and all those things. Yumesuke is nothing like that, which makes him the comparatively more advantaged person to like be loved by people. So I remember there was also one I think there was also one of the I'm not sure if it's geisha, but anyway, there was like other women that wanted to just like sneak up with him and all of that. And then he also helped out, but also still remains their like line of respect between man and woman. No sexual activity, just like even having a line of respect and just like a barrier when they sleep. And but still 100% helping them with whatever they need, be it money, be it like consolement, like I don't know, just pat on the shoulder. Those things he can provide. He just has the line of respect, which is something that is again too good to be true. Okay, too good to be true. It's very impossible to find someone like that. Almost. Okay. 另一樣嘢我其實幾欣賞啦，就係 Yumesuke 咧，佢幫人啦，佢幫到盡咧，佢係會 keep 住條道德底線嘅，即係咧佢尤其是咧，佢覺得係男人授受不親，男女授受不親啦，咁所以個情況係佢仍然對住女人嘅嗰個溝通咧，係一定係會保留住一線嘅尊重嘅，而佢呢一線嘅尊重係真係嚟自於佢唔會同佢哋有接觸任何性行為啊，佢唔會係即係特登去類似即係唔會特登去諗住侵犯佢哋等等啦，但係佢有任何嘢可以做到，佢都會100%幫，即係例如佢可能係俾佢哋錢啊，去安慰佢哋等等咧，係都會做嘅。咁但係即係我覺得呢個係好難得咯，喺現今社會，即係其實好難話一個人係完全係不求回報去幫一個人，但係 Yumesuke 真係一個咁嘅人，咁呢個世道上係真係比較罕見嘅。And then there were like various situations that happened. For instance, there was like there was like various situations, like I think there was the part where Asa and like I think it was is it Himari? I think yeah. So I think Asa and Himari had like a child. But Asa didn't know that it was Himari's child, or Himari didn't tell her that this was their child. And then they were kind of resolving how to get it work because, well, Asa's possibly gonna have another wife, but then Asa's proposed fiance doesn't like Asa either, and so on and so forth. And there's like a lot of things going on and all that. And then there's also the situation of like Sora trying to like how does Kiwa help Sora get out of the pickpocket thing, which I love Sora's name because Sora's name is literally called Santa. And the first time I heard it, I thought Santa, like the Christmas Santa, okay? So anyway, so yeah, they're trying to help Sora like get out of the pickpocket line. There's also a situation where I think they kind of talked out of a person from like being in a gang, and they kind of talked them out of the gang. And then later there was also the situation of like, yeah, there's just a lot of situations, and Yumesuke just deals them like it's super easy of a blink of an eye. Like if solutions were that easily made, I would want Yumesuke's brain and money because that's so convenient in life, right? 咁另一樣嘢就係、其實我覺得係好癲㗎啦，即係其實佢嗰度係發生咗好多情況嘅，即係例如有咩情況？例如好似係冇記錯 Himari 啦、Asa 啦，佢哋兩個咧就係、其實係有仔，即係有一個 BB 嘅兩個，但係咧個情況就係、Asa 唔知啦，因為 Himari 冇同佢講過，咁然之後喺嗰個情況之下咧，佢就會係喺嗰個情況之下咧，佢就會係唔肯定應該做啲乜嘢啦。跟住之後咧，佢就會又要揾 Yumesuke 嚟幫手啦咁樣。咁但係跟住之後咧，佢幫完手之後咧，佢又係好快解決咗。跟住之後咧就有 Kiwa 同 Santa。我成日都覺得 Sora 個名好搞笑，因為佢入面個名係叫三太啦，OK 中文，但係咧佢讀出嚟係 Santa， 即係好似聖誕老人嗰種 Santa 啦。咁我第一次就覺得好搞笑啦嚇。咁跟住之後咧，佢又要試下嘗試去幫佢講。令到佢唔再做嗰啲扒手嗰個行列咁樣啦，跟住之後又好似成功令到一個黑幫嘅成員就唔再係黑幫咁樣，即係等等呢啲嘅情況。如果係真係咁簡單，我真係好想要佢個腦同佢啲錢，即係令到成件事成個世道係勁簡單勁方便咁樣。This is kind of my review on Yumesuke. I think it's just very rare of a plot to happen in real life. I would want something to happen in real life. I hope this is what the plot is for. Like, there are so few people that are like Yumesuke, but can we have more of us? Like, can we have more of Yumesuke? This is very difficult because not everyone's income standards, expectations, requirements, and needs are the same. So if the same can be done, of course, it would be the most ideal, but it's not, okay? So that's kind of my takeaway, I think. Like, it would be still a gift to have someone like Yumesuke in the world. Or if you have Yumesuke somewhere near you, then that's very good, okay? 我對 Yumesuke 大概嘅介紹就係咁啦，因為個諗法就純粹係個情況係因為其實好難，真係有啲咁嘅人啦，好罕有啦咁樣。咁其實究竟個導演係咪就係想講話因為其實世道上係好少呢啲咁嘅人嘅，咁但係我哋係咪可以嘗試去改變，令到世道上可以更多啲咁嘅人咧，即係善良啲咁？咁但係我啱啱都有講到就其實因為每個人嘅即係點講，每個人嘅收入啦、需要啦、需求啦、期望啦都係好唔同嘅。如果真係有個咁嘅人咧，咁當然係最好啦。而如果我哋身邊亦都有個咁嘅人，當然係一種幸運啦、小幸運啦。但係咧，如果冇嘅話咧，我哋希望可唔可以逐步去建立一個咁嘅世界咧？呢個可能都係演出家老師係想做出個咁嘅效果。Sensational is the next thing. Sensational is very colorful, very fun. It's just very fun. I can't really put my words to it, but it's very fun. So I obviously love the design. There are stills that are used. They use some kind of silver flashy kind of suit. They have this hat, they have their suit, and then there's also like the line of ribbon they would use, which is of whatever color they have. For instance, like I think there's like it's almost like the Dandism colors. It's almost like more Dandism, but they don't have everyone wearing suits. Like I would say that it's possibly it's a closer to a jazz kind of outfit rather than a smart casual, but I think smart casual is what Dandism is trying to make, so that's kind of how I would categorize it. I also like the different aesthetics because they have like the different colors of ribbons, right? That's very cool. And then I also love the hat swing trick because I obviously had a parody about it. And then I realized that the opening is very fun. And also if I have to talk about the Chuzume, I think it also has been kind of a very common theme to kind of do, like, I don't know, you call those bandanas, right? Like, I don't know, kind of like those, I don't know if bandana's the right word, but bandanas you wear like when you're in forcibly like Middle East areas or regions, kind of that. I think like Star Troupe, they're like Snowshoe has also done this, so I think it's a pretty common theme to be used. And then those are two scenes. So let me translate that first. So 我覺得咧 Sensational 咧佢特別就真係好好玩啦，好好睇啦，冇冷場。佢咧用嗰啲服裝咧都係一種比較 smart casual 啲嘅，即係如果我話嚟佢好似 more Dandism 嗰種，係咪男女都係西裝裙或者西裝褲咁樣咧？又未必，即係 Dandism 就係全套都係嗰一隻顏色，咁但係咧 Yumesuke 做嘅就係佢哋主色咧就係一個銀黑色嘅，但係佢哋咧就會可能有一絲嘅位咧，就無論係即係佢哋嘅服裝定點會有一條一絲嘅顏色咧，就可能係黃色啊、綠色啊、橙色啊同藍色啦，我記得好似係有呢四隻色，其實都幾 Dandism 嘅顏色噶啦，但係佢個造型有少少唔同嘅咁樣，我覺得嗰個就好好睇啦，同埋嗰首歌都好好聽啦咁樣，亦都有嗰個揈舞嗰個亦都好好玩係咪？咁跟住之後我覺得嗰個即係嗰個 Chuzume 啦 ，Chuzume 就其實係都好有趣，因為其實呢個咁嘅包頭嘅一個造型咧，其實係星做啦，佢哋都用過啦，咁所以我就覺得好似越嚟越係唔知叫做幾普遍咁樣用，我唔知咁啱係咁樣啦。咁所以就係都幾有趣嘅，係啦，去咁樣睇。跟住之後咧，另外一樣嘢咧就係關於係咯，暫時係咁先。And then about the part for, I also love the part where there's like the dancing. Like, I think there was a part where it's kind of like most of the people were like there's a part of people that were wearing in white and part of people wearing in yellow and the part of people wearing in gold and part of people wearing in blue. Yeah, I really love those scenes. It's those really traditional ballet scenes. You see them actually wearing those very very thin clothing, very narrow clothing, and when they dance on stage and when they do all those movements, it's so beautiful to watch. And you can see those represent different elements, right? Because I think gold is kind of like desert or something, white, maybe some kind of purity and something like that. So that's also very aesthetic to watch in that sense. I really love that kind of dance where they're like just freely dancing on stage, taking the whole use of it, and that's just really wonderful. 亦都好中意就係佢哋係有一場啦，就好似係 Soda 帶頭咧，就係着金色嘅，亦都但係好似 Saki Kiwa 啦，同埋有啲人咧就係着白色，好似仲有啲人着藍色嘅。咁佢哋嗰陣時候着個衫係比較薄嘅，比較鬆身嘅。咁但係佢哋嘅情況就係佢哋係可以好流暢同埋好自然咁樣做翻跳芭蕾舞嘅嗰個情況，佢哋就會企喺嗰個台嗰度咁樣，跟住之後咧就去即係代表翻唔同嘅元素啦，即係例如可能金就可能係關於嗰啲沙啦，可能白色就係代表純潔等等， 可能藍就代表天海咁，即係其實佢即係天或者海啦。咁其實咁樣做咧，其實都係好有嗰個藝術感啦，同好有嗰個寧靜致遠嗰個感覺，即係睇落去咧，你係會覺得好舒服嘅。所以我覺得呢一個係超級好睇㗎啦咁樣。咁跟住之後仲有咩咧？係咯，跟住之後，但係我覺得其他當然佢都有相當嘅即係吸引之處啦。即係例如比較重要就例如今次係嗰個今次咧其實嗰個中計啦，就係得一個人係退團啦，就係 Ayana 啦，冇記錯係啦，Ayana 退團。咁咧佢亦都係喺嗰個差唔多即係 finale 個部分咧，就安排咗好似有段獨唱俾佢嘅。咁嗰個都叫做一個致敬環節，就係類似感謝翻佢補充咁多年嘅喺舞台上面嘅生涯啦。咁其實我覺得演出家通常俾啲咁嘅致敬環節咧，都係好窩心嘅，即係起碼全世界即係全世界 as in 啲觀眾咧，都係會俾最大嘅焦點落佢哋嗰度。咁所以呢樣嘢我都係覺得好有趣嘅。So talking about like another special feature would be this performance has like the only graduate, which I think is Ayana. So their situation, like for her situation, is because she's the only graduate. I think like yeah. So the director deliberately gave her like this obviously tribute scene. So I remember she got to like walk around the Ginkyo and like everyone was clapping for her, and she had a solo singing scene. So that is also very warm to watch. I always love these. It's because like directors obviously know that this is their last time on stage and they want everyone's spotlight and attention on her. So that's why I find this a really good it's a really good moment to do. 咁因為我唔係成日睇開雪組啦，咁但係咧我就睇咗okay. So just now, my friend just entered, which hello, and then she said that the song that Ayana was singing was actually like written by herself, like the lyrics were actually written by herself, which is very, very amazing. Whoa, that's just very amazing. Okay, so that's like a lot of hard work and effort, which thank you, Ayana-san, again, for so much that you do. And I'm sure she's thriving, right? She has Instagram now. 啱啱咧就有香港朋友就同我講翻，就其實原來首歌係 Ayana 自己填詞嘅，咁我就覺得哇好神奇啦，因為我冇諗過啦。咁但係如果新頭咁樣做，一定係即係對於寶重都係回饋翻相關嘅愛，先至會有佢自己咁嘅填詞，所以我覺得真係幾感動。咁佢而家都開翻 IG 同埋即係 OG 嘅話咧，其實佢應該都係一直活躍中嘅，咁所以就係啦，祝佢一切都順利咁樣。So yeah, I was just now talking about the last thing I want to talk about, Sensational, which is like which is about the what's that called? It's called it's the Saki Kiwa duet dance. I'm not the big fan of Snow Troupe, but I still watch them. And yeah, at first I find that duet dance pretty cool. Like it's like a very how do you call it? It's very mature tango-ish dance kind of thing. And then yeah, and they kissed. Well, that's the only thing I really notice in duet dances. You can't hear. I hope you can hear now because I have already put on the reception. But in any case, if you can't hear, please tell me again. But anyway, so yes, so I was saying, Yumesuke. Sorry, not Yumesuke. So for Sensational, apparently it was like, oh my goodness, because they have like this duet dance, which is pretty mature, and then they kiss, and then the next day I know that he was tie-danning. No, like this is like a very big shock for me. Like I couldn't actually believe it. It's insane. But anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. And then yeah, it's pretty sad to see them go, but also at the same time, they were very pretty in their finale. Like like all those costumes and all that, and also like the big green colors like of their hane and all that. It's very Snow Troupe-esque. I really live for that aesthetic. So yeah, I think that's kind of a good conclusion for Yumesuke and Sensational performance. 咁最後一樣想講關於 Sensational 咧，就係個雙人舞啦。咁咧其實我唔係真係一個好大睇雪組嘅人啦，但我會睇啦。咁但係個情況就係、即係咧佢哋個雙人舞咧都係幾成熟啦，同埋就係好有男人味女人味咁樣嘅。跟住之後咧佢哋就錫咗啦，係咪？咁跟住之後一開頭我都覺得真係好精彩，好好睇咁樣嘅。佢哋落嚟下台階嘅時候咧，嗰、個羽巾都係好靚啦，係一個大雪組嘅綠色啦，係咪？即係墨綠色啦，好靚啦咁樣。去到後尾咧，我先知道，即係第二日先知道原來 Kiwa 要退團。唉，真係，然之後就突然間覺得個雙人舞超級重要，咁亦都覺得好好彩我睇咗啦咁樣，因為我真係唔肯定我12月去唔去到睇咁樣。 咁但係就仲要喺我生日退團，真係唉咁樣，但係就我再留意下點樣啦咁樣。但我覺得咧暫時就係咁多啦。I think that's almost up for the end of this episode. I myself have talked for almost an hour, which I will have a lot of time editing. If not, this would probably be separate into 2 episodes again. Hopefully, I don't know. But anyway, thanks for coming to this podcast episode, and I will see you in the next one. 好多謝大家嚟去聽呢一個咁嘅電台啦，第一次用呢種雙語模式啦，係幾神奇嘅，因為我都冇試過直接即係英文轉廣東話又轉翻英文咁樣講，咁但係希望大家聽得明咁樣啦。咁然之後呢一集都差唔多成1個鐘，所以我可能都要 cut 到一半，即係變咗係 part 1 part 2咁樣去講啦。係咁好，咁啊，我呢個電台就去到咁多先，咁就下一集再見大家啦。咁但係下一集開始咧，又會係重新翻去英文啦，因為如果咁樣英中講咧，都會係好辛苦嘅。好啦，咁我哋之後再見啦，拜拜。